Hello guys. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I studied English overall, and this is based on some feedback from my previous videos because I've got some comments asking me how exactly I studied English overall. So I would just like to post some videos like this to actually help you guys. Although you guys can see like the title is about PTE, I am not actually going to share any rules or tips for the exam itself yet because that would be so boring, right? It will then be the same as all the other training courses. So instead, I will be sharing something more useful and universal here. And as long as you guys can grasp the idea of this series of videos, I believe that studying English overall, not just passing the exams like PTE or IELTS, but studying English overall will be much easier for you. So again, the right methodologies and tools are really important because they will save you a lot of time. And I've seen a lot of students study English really hard, but since they are not using the right ways, they're mostly just wasting a lot of time. Anyway, let's get started. So the first thing I see a lot of people doing during studying English is reciting words. After all, we are just told to do that, right? And it's the same for me. When I was studying in middle school or high school, the teachers always told me to recite a lot of words as well. But the truth is, I never listened because I think it's just a waste of time. Reciting is an extremely inefficient way of studying anything, and it's just so painful and boring, and nobody can actually learn anything well from it. I can almost imagine that you guys in front of screen had definitely done something like this. S-T-U-D-Y, study. S-T-U-D-Y, study. Or maybe something longer like D-E-T-E-R, whatever, determination. And that's not very helpful. So what should we do instead to get ourselves familiar with those words? Over years, I think the most efficient way that I find is just to put some context around it. So during my high school years, when I saw some words that I did not understand or did not quite remember well, I would just look it up on Baidu and read those example sentences. And nowadays, since we have ChatGPT, so it's going to be so much easier as well. We can just ask it to give us some real-life example sentences where the words are used. Let's use determination, for example. So I've got two sentences actually from ChatGPT, and let's see. The first one is, with determination, she studied every day and passed her exam with excellent grades. And next one is, his determination to finish the race, even after falling, inspired everyone watching. So that's it. That's how I can get yourself familiar with these words. Again, don't recite ever. Some students might just recite the whole sentences instead of reciting the word itself after hearing what I told, but that's definitely not the right way to do it. So if you feel like after you read those sentences, you still cannot remember those words well, it's totally fine because it's just so normal. I'm the same as well. Just don't spend too much time reading those sentences over and over again because that's very inefficient as well. Instead, maybe after read for one or two times and then just forget about it. And then if it's a very commonly used word, you are definitely going to see it over and over again in the future. And every time you see it, you just do the same thing. So eventually you'll remember it anyway. So our first principle of studying English is to put context. In the next video, I'll talk a bit more about how I use this principle to prepare for my PTE, IELTS, and all the other English exams. See you guys in the next videos.